They're just like, she had 4 eyeballs, but you know she bought a lot of parts, so we're gonna sell it to her. So there's a couple things I want to talk about today. Well, let's do the first one first. So we just had Cinco de Mayo. It just passed, right? So
I don't know.
okay, Cinco de Mayo is basically in Spanish that means the 5th day of May. It's basically what it means. So this is a day that people go out, they drink all their margaritas and Corona. Actually, they would be drinking Corona if the coronavirus wasn't going on.
Yeah.
But they'd go get their Corona and they go out and they get Mexican tacos. And this is a big celebration day for us in the United States of America, right?
No, not for me.
Well, not for you, but for a lot of people, this is a great day. You know, this is where a lot of people are like, this is the one day it's okay to be Mexican. We're going to go out here and get some Mexican food. You can talk all the Mexican you want. We're going to have some margaritas. You know, this is a great day to be Mexican.
I'm not familiar with it. Yeah.
Well,
I don't think we celebrate it at all.
Once you turn 21, you know that you know that'll be a big thing for you. Maybe, I don't know, but you don't go out and drink too much. Once you have a margarita, Gabriel, it might all change, you know. But. So I was looking this up. I was like, where did this originate from? You know, because I was like, is this just another day that we made up? You know, just this stupid holiday. Come to find out, it's a day that that people in Mexico are reminded of them winning a war. And basically what happened with that was, if I read right, the Mexicans, that sounds so bad. It sounds so racist when I say that. The Mexicans. But the Mexicans owed money to people in... No. Let me get my facts straight. They were fighting France, right? And they were fighting France. Europe was helping them fight France. Well, they couldn't owe the money. They couldn't get the money back to Europe, so France and Europe started coming after them, and then they were at a war against them, and the Mexicans beat them. And so it's kind of a day of remembrance of how they won that war, but we've turned it into this just day of celebration, you know. And I thought that was kind of crazy. I was just like, we just taken this whole holiday that's very supposed to be like reverent and everything, and we just made it into a goddamn party holiday. It's kind of like what we do with most holidays, though. You know, like do you know who? What's that day we take off for that Polish guy? Oh man, Gabriel, I can't remember.
Oh, I remember it. Yeah, it happened like what? That would have been 1st of March, right?
Yeah.
2nd of March.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
What was that guy's name? Pulaski?
Yeah, Mount Pulaski. Yeah, nobody knows what's up with that guy, but that it was just he was a guy who fought in a Polish war, and the only reason
I don't think so. Pulaski, I thought he was a I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, from what I heard, it was just like he was a guy that fought. Pulaski was a guy who fought in a war, and he was Polish. And since we have so many Polish people in Chicago, that's why Illinois celebrates Mount Pulaski Day. And so that's why the kids get off and stuff like that. But most people don't even know anything about that. Only reason I know is because my mom, she's like, if you want a holiday off, you got to tell me about it, and you got to write a report on it, and you got to tell me why you need that day off. And so that's how I know about that. But,
well, dang. Yeah. I'm looking here on the internets, and that's what it's saying. It's a let's see, it's observed by Illinois.
you know Illinois is just a crazy state because
you use that word freely.
What?
Crazy.
Well,
is it crazy?
It's weird. It has a lot of weird things just different than other states. Like, I don't know if you saw, I posted on Facebook that here in the state of Illinois, we have a law that says we have to have 2 state fairs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
we have to have one in Springfield, and we have to have one in DeQuoin, Illinois. And there is a whole like syllabus on what a state fair is, what is supposed to be at this fair.
DeQuoin?
Yeah, DeQuoin. Like
DuQuoin, DeQuoin?
Yes, I think you spelled it correctly.
A population of 6,000 people?
Yeah. Yep. It's supposed to be there, and it's supposed to be in Springfield. That's where it's supposed to be.
What does DeQuoin have to do with anything?
I don't know. That's so.
Just 6,000 people.
Yeah. So how I came upon this was I heard on the news that there was a state law saying that we have to have a state fair. So I thought, with there only being one state fair, I thought that, okay, let me look this up and see if this is a legit thing. Come to find out, it is legit.
Perspective, that's about 100 miles southeast of St. Louis.
That's crazy. Well, I guess Springfield, we're kind of dead center, so we'll bring people from the north, south, east, west. But I guess because Springfield's pretty long, Illinois is pretty long, so you're not going to get those people at the tip of Illinois coming all the way up to the fair. So, so I guess they would have to have a state fair down that way in order for the people down south to participate. But I was like, out of all the things that this is a legit law,
I think that's really strange.
yeah, because I even read the top part of it to make sure that this was an actual like law, and it is. And so they were talking. The reason why they were talking about it was because they canceled the state fair this year due to what's going on with coronavirus and everything.
Yeah.
So that's why they were talking about it. And the fair is just a real nice pastime for me. I've had a lot of great memories going out there. It's freaking boring. I mean, I could literally tell you everything that happens at the fair, but it just brings so many memories. I mean, I see people that I haven't seen in years, and they're like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" La 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 la. So
kind of a social fest.
Yeah, and especially
socializing festivity.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. My family was like, "Yeah, all the black people go on Family Day, which is the last day of the fair, because the price is discounted." And you know how black folks is, we don't go out there in the hot sun. We go out there at late night. So we're gonna be going out there about 3:00, and we're gonna stay there till about midnight. And maybe if we go about 10 o'clock, we get in free. But I ain't staying all the way out there like that, because I gotta go to work in the morning. But then you see people that and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how my family used to do it. And we always had to get an elephant there, man. But what I found out recently, there's a lot of food trucks that's selling fair food. In Springfield, we have 3 now that are selling fair food. So I might not miss out on any of my state fair delicacies. So I'm pretty pumped about that. But yeah, that was one thing with Cinco de Mayo. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. I didn't know it was over a battle. I didn't know anything about Cinco de Mayo. I know Cinco is 5, right? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Yeah, so that's 5. I don't speak Spanish. I would like to, but that's not a priority of mine right now. But
yeah.
Huh.
And I think it's crazy because if you do Spanish, Spanish is kind of a language that they do their stuff backwards than the way we do English. So
with the adjectives.
Yes. So it'll be
adjective to noun is adjective noun, like where in English it's noun adjective.
Yeah, so if you took
adjective noun.
Yeah.
In English should be adjective noun. Red ball, where it's ball red, noun adjective.
Yeah. So
right?
I don't know, I'm just saying, yeah. I didn't do so well with English, and my mom got her BA in English And she was my teacher, so it's not her fault I failed. It's my own goddamn fault.
Speaking of moms,
yes, Mother's Day just passed this past Sunday. It is a great day to appreciate all the things moms and have done for everybody. Because, dude, think about this. Like, okay, I'm not trying to get graphic or anything. I'm not even going to get graphic, but just think.
Great.
Just Gabriel, just go with me on this for a second, okay?
All right, I don't know if I'm comfortable.
Okay, I'm not. I'm just speaking straight biology. I ain't using no slang terms. Actually, I'm not gonna even use any words. Okay, so
yes, don't use any words.
Okay, so this is all I'm gonna say. A man and woman get together, right?
Oh no.
And they have relations with each other. There we go. That's a good word.
Wonderful.
And after everything is over, there's a possibility that this person can be impregnated, and then there is this human being that grows inside of this woman for 9 months, and then at the end of it she gives birth to it. I'm done with all the gross parts, right?
What are you doing?
Well, I'm just thinking how amazing it is that this is just it's a beautiful thing. Like it's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing of how human life just keeps going and going, and this is how the process is. And so all right. So I just wanted to say what I'm really trying to say is I'm thankful.
I don't want to get graphic.
Yeah, I don't want to get graphic.
I don't want to word this right.
Man, you don't.
It's like you're digging a trench, like sandbagging in before you make any statement. And like, oh, here it comes. It's gonna be good.
You don't know how hard it was for me to maneuver around all that without trying to say.
Just be like, it's a beautiful thing, you know.
Well, yeah,
mothers carrying a child for as long as they do, and then, like, boom.
Well,
life.
And it's even crazier because you as the dad, you're really not you're experiencing things, but you're not at the same time. Your wife or girlfriend, or nowadays baby mamas and all that, they're experiencing it physically, and it's just crazy. I mean, if you touch the woman's stomach, it feels like a freaking alien inside of her belly. Like it's weird. It's weird. Like Joy will be like, "Hey," she'll be like, "Touch. Hey, see, feel him moving. Feel him moving."
Stick your finger in my fupa.
Yeah. and it's like, oh my God, what is in there?
Oh no!
But I mean, in 9 months, you get to see this. Gabriel at the end.
I got a rabbit trail.
All right, go ahead. Here we go. Rabbit trail, rabbit trail, rabbit trail.
So my sister had a car part she wanted to order. They sent her an email being like, "Hey, this is an over large part. It's gonna cost extra shipping in order to get it to you." And she's like, "All right, what do I gotta do?" So they wanted her to call the warehouse to sort that out. And she called him. Tried leaving him a message, and when she was leaving the message, she's the very, what is the word? Nervous type over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
She's the kind of person who, if she never had to talk to anyone ever, she wouldn't. But so she's just trying to like email them or text them. So
yep, I totally understand that.
When she went to the part of leaving the voice message, I don't know. I was in a mood, like one of those moods of just like, hey, I'm just here to poke fun.
Uh-huh.
And Isabella's like trying to be super professional and just holding it all together. Like she looks like she's about to faint over here trying to leave him just a voice message. I get up. I'm like, Isabella's like, "Hello, this is Isabella. I'm here to." I'm like, "Isabella, stick your finger in my poopa." She's like, "Why would you do that?"
Well, see, that's like
So she starts crying like over the phone while she's leaving him a voice message. I felt so bad doing it, but it was really funny.
Well, it's one of those things, like, that's the way Joy is. You're having too much.
Stick your finger out. Anyway, all my other siblings just start laughing because that was the funniest thing they've ever seen. Anyway, Isabel, I came back in and I apologized, and she's like over here like, I was so awkward. Now I'm never gonna get my car part from him. I'm like, Isabel, it's gonna be okay. They don't care. You're spending lots of money at this place. You could have 4 eyeballs and you're stuck to your forehead. They're gonna sell you this car part.
They're just like, she had 4 eyeballs, but she bought a lot of parts, so we're gonna sell it to her.
So I was like, hey Isabel, if you want me to, I can leave a voice message back for you. She's like, okay. So I called him and it went like this. Hello, this is the brother from Isabella. You have car part and she need it really bad. So if you could call that back, that would just be wonderful. Thank you. I love you. You're great. Hey, Mom, where's my cookie? And Isabella hung up at that point. She's like, why would
you? It sounds like you had a very productive week, man.
Yeah. It was good. It was really good. Yeah. So I smoothed things over with Isabella. They called her back like right after I left that voice message.
God dang it, Gabriel.
And she got her car parts ordered. They're coming, so everything's good.
What car parts does she need?
Oh, it was some silly thing for the what is it? Does it really matter? But no, it's the subframe. It's an engine mount part for the subframe.
Gotcha.
Something specific to a Subaru. I don't know.
Now back on track.
Yeah. Mother's Day. What's up?
Yeah. So once these ladies have this child, it's just crazy when you see, man, these living, breathing human beings, and then they gotta put up with them for 18 years. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Life and experiencing it, man.
Yeah, because you got another one on the way too.
Oh yeah, yep. Number 2, July 25th is the day. Actually,
hey, congrats.
Thank you, man. We try. I mean, yeah, we tried. That's so I'm. That's.
Did you try?
No, we didn't. Nope. We just came down to a decision. We was just like, hey, you ready for another one? Yeah, I'm ready for another one. All right. So now it happened. Don't want to get too graphic about my life.
Please, just slow down. Yeah, I remember you were just saying like, I don't know. We'll try seconds. We'll go for another kid.
Yeah, it's just in God's timing. When it happens, it happens.
Yeah, brother.
So yeah, it's crazy. Right now, Joey's preparing for trying to get cribs and stuff going, and trying to figure out what's the cheapest stuff. So we're looking for all that, and her birthing center's all the way up in Bloomington, Illinois. So that's about an hour drive. It'll take 15 minutes when she's in labor, and I'm driving up there. So, I mean, it won't be too bad of a drive, unless Lincoln's got construction. But yeah, man, this stuff is just crazy. And I don't know. It's just, I'm a parent right now and just raising kids for 18 years. It's a super hard job trying to shape a person, and moms play like a big portion on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's super crazy. I'll tell you what, man, the reason why, like, my dad's a truck driver. My dad has given me a lot of life lessons.
Yeah.
But my mom was the one who was there most of the time, because dad was just out working. And like I said, dad played a big part, but it was mainly mom. She homeschooled us, and I mean, if you ask me, Joe, why you like working so much? That's because that's one of those things my mom instilled in me. She was like, I remember she was like, I don't want y'all to be them stereotypical black man out there doing criminal stuff and having 18,000 baby mamas and selling drugs. She said, you know what? I'm gonna make y'all gonna be so busy, y'all ain't gonna have time to be doing anything. And let me tell you something, man. She was a woman of her word, man. I had a paper route at 12. I did school. Then I had baseball, rugby, and Boy Scouts, and there was some filming classes and stuff. We had music class and stuff. I mean, dude, we were packed. By the time we got to bed, we went to bed just like that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, you work a lot.
Oh yeah. One time I had 5 jobs, and it's super, super crazy. If I'm not working like at my job, I'm doing something else in production work, and if I'm not doing production work, I'm usually doing family stuff, So it's crazy. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing some filming tomorrow for church. So yeah, that's just So she withstood that within me like crazy, And and my mom's a goofy. Like, my personality, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me tell you. Let me just give you a little bit of I'll tell you a story about my mom. So we sitting there. My mom had a lot of kids. So when I say a lot, there was 6 of us. And so,
that's not terrible amount.
Yeah, it's not terrible amount, but people still think that's a big family, They just,
I'm one of 8.
Like, yeah, you see, your parents had more kids than us, but we had this funky old doctor. He was talking to my dad. He said, "Mr. Matty," he said, "what you trying to do? You're trying to start a basketball team?" And it was just like, I don't know. People always just thought we was just a super big family. So we got 6 kids. So mom was doing bath rotations. You know what bath rotations is, man? Where everybody got their own little schedule. You only stay 15 minutes to a half hour in the bath, and then you got to get out so the other person can get in. So we're doing bath rotations. And so my brothers and I, we're done. We're playing video games. And I guess it was my sister's turn, but in the middle of the break, my mom's using the restroom. And from the restroom, we hear, "I ain't Jesus. I ain't Jesus, and I ain't Peter." And so we looking at my brothers and I are looking at each other like, what is she talking about? And she yells again, "I ain't Jesus. I ain't Jesus, and I ain't Peter." And so we get up from our computer room. We go into the bathroom, and we find my mom in the bathroom standing in the bathroom, and she's looking at us. And she looks at us. She says, "I ain't Jesus. I ain't Jesus, and I ain't Peter." And she said, "So I don't want to be walking on water." She said, "Please, when you take a shower, put the shower guard in the tub so the water doesn't get on the floor." Because, yes. She said, "Because I ain't Jesus, and I ain't Peter, and I don't want to be walking on water." See, my mom, she was one of those ladies who would take the Bible.
And that's a Bible reference for people who don't get it. That's, yeah.
Yes, she would do that all the time, man. Like, we would get in trouble, and then she would sit us down, and we had this little lecture kind of thing. She'd be like, "You think Jesus would have done that? You think Jesus and his disciples would have done that?"
Would have Jesus done?
Yeah. I mean, like, people talk about, I get a lot of these people, they're like, when I was in Catholic school, they always tried to shove Jesus down my throat. I don't like Jesus anymore. I'm just like, if anybody should be an atheist, it should be me and my siblings. All right, Gabriel, tell me some stuff about your mama.
My mama?
Yeah, your mama.
Okay. Yeah, golly, my mom and dad got married early, and
that was mine too. I was a bastard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wasn't. Mine did it the old-fashioned way, doing it. Mom went through school. Dad started a business. Mom, she graduated, worked as a nurse for a bit, and then came home. She had me, I think, after college, and then, did
you guys ever go to school?
No, I think the closest thing to public school I ever did was I went to a meet one time at a nearby school. Other than that, I've been private schooled one time. I did a semester's worth. Wasn't a semester. It was a full year. I did a year at a private, like, It's not really a private school. It was more of like just a co-op thing. That was the closest thing to it that I've ever experienced. Other than that, no, I've been home doing it, homeschooled most of my life. And then, I'd say if anything about my mom, she is very directed. Like, if she puts her mind to it, it's done.
Gotcha.
It's fun.
Has there been anything like what do I want to say? What is one of your mom's like she's directed? So, how do I want to word this? I ain't big on vocabulary words.
Sure.
But so she's very directed. Just explain what do you mean she's very directed?
Okay, a recent example I could think of off the top of my head. I was getting ready. I was gearing up. I was gonna go across seas. I was like, dang, I need a lot of stuff in order to get this done. One of them is a passport, and she's like, "You want a passport?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Let's get you a passport." I'm like, "All right." So, while I'm getting my stuff together, she's over here like, "All right, here's all the things you're gonna need in order to get this done." I'm like, "Well, thanks, Mom." And then she's like, so, and they close at 5. And I'm like, oh, dang. So she's like, get in the car, we're going. I'm like, all right. So we drive into town. We make it there like with less than 30 seconds on the clock, but we got there and got all the stuff done. And she's like, damn. I'm like, I'm fast. And she was pretty pumped up at herself just because she was able to do it. And I'm like, yeah, you are. That's pretty good. It was fun. Yeah.
And see, that's the crazy thing about moms too. They want the best for their kids. So whatever their kids, their heart's desires, the moms are just there to try to push their kids to, get what they want, or the mothers try to provide for them.
For sure.
Yeah, and I feel like we're really not talking about dads too much. Like we're saying we're really pumping up moms a lot, but we'll do a Father's Day.
It ain't
episode.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Or it ain't Father's Day.
Yeah, we'll do a Father's Day episode. But it's just moms really they're the support for their kids. I feel like they're really the supporters. Try to get whatever their kids want to do. They try to support them in that and try to get them. Both parents do it, but I think for real, moms are just the ones that are. Just the main person doing it,
Yeah, and I'd say on the side of my mom too, she's really caring, but then on the other side, it could just be like cold up, like, nope, we're done. Nope. And I see a lot of that in myself too.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh yeah, super happy, super caring, all this stuff. And then it's just like, I don't know, it's like a Boolean value just goes false. And it's just like absolute nothing.
Yeah, and see, that's the way my mom is. She's a very strong woman. She's like a okay, hold on. I've been watching a lot of documentaries, so just go with me on this. So, in a pride of lions, there is a alpha female, right?
There is an alpha female,
and when the alpha female enters a room, everyone else is intimidated.
And when the alpha female enters the tribe, all of the other lionesses. Is that a word?
I don't think so. But yeah, she's just a very strong woman, and she's very set in her ways. Like if this is the way she likes to do things, and if it's not done that way, she kind of gets upset about that. So she's a very strong woman, and I think that really helped me as a kid, because there were a lot of situations, where somebody would be like, "Okay, Joseph, this is the way it's got to be," and I'd be like, "Oh, okay." And then my mom be like, no, nuh-uh. It ain't gonna go that way. This is the way it's gonna go. And if you don't do it this way, we ain't having none of. That's what happened with homeschooling. Literally, my first grade teacher, Miss Doherty, I think she hated my freaking guts. And she was like, Joseph isn't turning in any of his homework. And since he's not turning in any of his homework, I don't know if he's actually ready to pass the first grade. And so my mom was like, no. Joseph is smart. I just think it's the way that you guys are teaching. So what we're going to do is you're not going to fail him for the first grade. I'm going to homeschool him and put him in the second grade, and we're going to see how all that works. And let me tell you something, it worked out perfectly.
Did it really?
Yeah, so that's
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So, like I said, my mom's a very strong-willed woman, and just it's a good thing and a bad thing because, like I said, she helps you out in a lot of situations. She's got your back in a lot of situations, but at the same time, people are super intimidated by her. But I think that's a good thing. She's a great woman, she'll do anything for anybody. Man, she's a great cook too, man. I miss some of my goddamn home meals. My mom, sometimes I go over there, she'd be like, "Oh, I made this," and I'd be like, "Oh, y'all made this and y'all didn't call me over here?" And they'd be like, "No, we ate it all." So yeah, but yeah, man, mamas, they're extraordinary, and giving birth, going through all this stuff here. Like, I think we give them a lot of respect, but I think we don't, if you just really sit down and think about all they do, carry you for 9 months, give birth to your big head, you have to be breastfed from them, and then, a lot of people treat their parents, mamas, like dirt and stuff like that, and mamas need all the respect they can get.
I'll talk about my, somebody, I didn't tell you this.
No.
I didn't tell you this! Oh, yeah! All right. So, what happened? Golly, I'm just excited that I didn't tell you this before the podcast. Yes. Okay. So I was at work the other day and I was leaving and there was this girl, there's this, what is it? This BMW full of girls inside of it. And they saw me, they waved at me. They turned around and they started following me out of this neighborhood. And I was like, oh, they're following me. I guess they were bored, just didn't have anything to do, because of the holiday Corona season. And they started following me, and I was like, "Oh, hi!" Yeah, and they keep waving at me, and we're going side by side now, going down aisles, and the light's turning yellow, going on to red, and I'm like, "I can make it," and she slows down because she's not going to make it, so I jam into second gear and hit it, going probably 7,000 RPMs. I was like, "I'm hitting it. I'm getting out of here." Because I didn't like I don't know. I just feel awkward going side by side by somebody, and I'm like, this is. I don't need this.
They said that. Hey, how you doing? You got a motorcycle?
Ooh. No, I was in my car.
Oh, you was in your car. Okay.
I was in my crappy little Jetta, and I'm like, what do they want from me?
Okay, this is a completely different story now. Because
that's what I said. I feel like if it was on my bike, I would have been like, yeah, I'm cool. Look at me dressed up and like I look like a Power Ranger. But no, in my car, it's like $1,000 little 2001 Jetta, the Bora series. Like it's got a 1.8 liter engine. The thing's tiny. The front end's like falling off. It's garbage. But hey, it gets me where I need to be, and it has all the tools in the back. Anyway, went to go pick up Isabella from work. It was late. It was later in the afternoon. I just got done. Went to go pick up Isabella, and then they found me. Like just a few minutes later, they found me again, and I'm like, "Oh, that's them!" And so I hid, and they drove past. And then 15 minutes later, I have Isabella in the car, and I'm leaving. I get to a 4-way stop sign, and there they are. They see me. I had my window down. I'm like, "It's you guys. What are you doing? Are you following me?" And then they realized who I was, and then they were like, "It's him!" And then they went and they parked. They did a 3-point turn in some guy's driveway, and then they started following me again. I'm like, what do they want from me? So we're going north on MacArthur, and I'm like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna make funny out of this. So I take my glasses, flip them upside down, and wear my hat backwards, and like stick my lip out, like, "Hey, what's up?" And well, anyway, she didn't see it, but they had a paper, and then they threw this wad of paper at me, and they're like, "Here, take this." And so I took the piece of paper, and it had the 3 Snapchat handles on it. So I got 3 girls' number all in one go.
Look at you, Gabriel.
Yeah,
you sly dog.
Wow.
Just wait until they find out.
I had Isabella open up their Snapchat for me because I didn't have Snapchat. And so I was like, I don't have a Snapchat, Isabella. Could you check these people out? And so Isabella was my little wingman, little wing lady, and she hooked me up here. And so I figured out who they were. I went and got Snapchat back on my phone just to message them and be like, okay, I have questions. How did you know where I was? And where are you going? But apparently they are friends with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We've been recently hanging out with. Yeah. So, yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. They live down in Auburn.
Oh.
Like, hey.
So that's why. So, okay, I'm sitting here on my Snapchat, and I see a snap from Gabriel Stevens, and I'm like, what the heck is this? This man ain't Snapchat.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Has the stars aligned?
I was like, this dude ain't Snapchat me in forever. And
Yeah,
then,
years.
yeah. So I was surprised, and then I sent him a snap, and it snapped me back. So, you know,
You didn't send me a snap.
I thought I did.
When did you send me a snap?
You should check your Snapchat.
You said you called me too, and you're like,
okay,
I called you and you
so
didn't answer. And I'm like, do we not? Are you talking to the same person?
I called this dude this afternoon to tell him, hey man, let's do a podcast. And then he didn't call me back. And then I saw him riding his bike. And then he that's a really good Snapchat. I just took a picture there. I had to save that. But yeah, I saw him on the bike, then he calls me and I said, hey man, I called you. And he said, you didn't call me. And I said, yeah, I did call you. So yeah.
Yeah, then a few minutes later, are we snapping each other now in the middle of a podcast?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yep.
All right.
So that works there.
Let me do an outro then.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this. I can't do video on my phone. Oh well. Maybe I could do it through Snapchat. Oh, hold on. I'll get a Snapchat filter going. Let's see. What would be a good one? I'll do a puppy dog filter. But rule of thumb, if you're ever going to friend me online, if you have a puppy dog filter, regardless if I know you personally or not, I will not accept your friend request.
See, dude, the puppy dog one, everybody does that. Man,
everyone does it. And
yes.
It's just hose, like, what is it?
You are right. You are correct.
Yeah.
You are very correct.
Say it, but yeah.
Dude, like, I'll be on Facebook, and you know how they say, hey, so-and-so has a mutual friend with you. And so you're going through all those and everything, and then you see all these girls with
some girl with their shirt off, and like the thing cuts right off right there, right before it. And
first of
she's
all,
got the puppy dog filter on. And it's like, what are you doing?
What mutual friends do you have? Because I only have wholesome mutual friends.
I'm sure you do.
But dude, I mean, there's so many other filters on Snapchat. Like, if you follow me on Snapchat, you will know that on mine, when I find a good filter, I'm sitting there messing with them. Like, I know people hate it on my story. They see like 50 million stories that I posted on there just because I found all these new filters and everything. And Charlie loves it too. I got so many of that. And I don't know. I think people are underestimating all the filters that Snapchat has.
I don't much care for them, but
yeah. And I found out that Facebook and Instagram have filters too, and they're really great.
Everybody's been doing this thing with the filters, and real talk. What is it with women and social media?
You talking about just with the pictures, or just social media in general?
I think there's an operating thing that goes on in their brain that's like, okay, the amount, and I don't mean to sound like, like everybody else, because people say this a lot, but it seems to feel, it's just how it is. Young, impressionable women go online, post pictures of themselves to make themselves feel better, which I think is a reason why TikTok is as popular as it is.
Yeah.
Because it gives them an outlet that people will watch them.
Yeah, and see, so like, okay, so I don't think I have that mindset, because when I do post certain things on Facebook or Instagram, I do want people to watch it and notice it, but it's more from a entertainment kind of thing, where it's like, I want you to watch this to entertain you. I want you to watch this to make you feel something, to make you laugh or something. It's not, I really don't care if you like I don't really care if you like, oh my God, you look so great or whatever. No, I don't care about that.
But they want to have like this feeling of being wanted, but they want the wrong type of want to be wanted. Like some of these women are like, oh, here, if I take off half my clothes, and then I get all these people in the comments like, it doesn't even have to be taking off their clothes. They just be like, that face.
Yes.
Face of like, yeah.
See, so I'll tell you one person. There's one girl I know. She worked at the YMCA, and she wanted to be a bodybuilder, and so she worked there as a personal trainer, and she's a nice looking young lady. Well, she moved out to California to really get her training going off, and she has became even more of a good looking lady now. So I still have her on Facebook and stuff like that, and she's always posting pictures of fully clothed with her working out and stuff. And I see all these horny guys,
thirsty dudes.
Yeah, thirsty. There's a good right word. All these thirsty guys out here just like, hey, how you doing? You look so good. You look so great. And I'm just like, what? Why? I don't know. She I don't know, man. The internet's a crazy.
It's
super
like
crazy.
Wolves out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like, is it concern maybe, or just sympathy, empathy?
Something.
And like, I just feel bad for them, like, because they're just like, here's me, and like, my innocence, and then all that becomes stripped away, and then after at some point it's just like, yep,
there's
a hoe on the internet.
There's actually one girl that I know that we both know. She was in the plays we used to do, and she used to be this innocent girl on in the plays that we used to do, and now she's I have her on Snapchat because of the plays, but she'll post pictures to Instagram and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, you're growing up, but these pictures have kind of transformed from, oh, this is a cute little girl who's posting innocent pictures, to a young lady who's now starting to post pictures that a lot of guys are starting to like and stuff like that, and she's really seeking attention and stuff, and and the way
that's what it is, attention seeking.
Yes,
I think that's what it is.
And you can definitely tell the switch that happened, because a lot of them was of her face and her making goofy faces and stuff, and now it's
and then the center point of the camera, instead of being like on the chin, starts going down the neck.
Yeah
right there on the clavicle, and it's like, okay, this is the center part of the frame, and I know what the interest is here. And then they start backing the camera out a little further, get the focus point out, get the scolio some spinal thing where
that
comes out and the chest goes forward.
Yep. That is exactly what happens, and it's just like, I kind of feel like a dad, and I'm just like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You are a beautiful young lady. You don't need to be sitting there doing all this. But I ain't a dad, so it's just one of those things where I
ain't her daddy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where just be like, what? She got parents. I ain't got to deal with this. I just don't like how she has. How these ladies have 50,000 likes on there. I'm not saying that I don't like how they're getting the likes. No, I am saying how they're getting the likes. I don't like how they're getting the likes, but it's most of these are thirsty guys out there that are liking their pictures and stuff, And I'm a big comment reader, so if I see a picture there, I'm just like, you know what, this is kind of a picture where this is where she did all this on purpose in this picture. I'm gonna see these comments. Some of them are like people she knows. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're coming of age. And then you got all these other guys. Hey, DM me. And I'm just like, what, mother? Yeah. You better hope I don't find you.
Yeah. And then and this here, I want this one off the record. It was when. She'd do the same thing, and she's still doing it.
She does.
On Instagram.
Yep.
Of that hoe face of drops the neck down a little bit further. And it was one of those type photos, and that dude was like, hey, and he texted, not even on Instagram, texted her directly And she asked me to hold her phone that one time and was like, here, could you hold this for me while I'm doing something with your siblings, sliding down the thing. He texted me, he's like, hey, you looked really pretty in your Instagram post. And I'm like, okay, I'm a dude. I know what this means. This means I'm sliding in just to steal your girl. And I'm like, yeah, I know who this is. And then so when that happened, like a few months later, and she's like, I can't be with you because Jesus. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that was a nightmare. But so I am forever stained by just the internet. Well, the best and worst invention. I don't know about the worst, but it's pretty great.
The other thing too that I don't like is that you can write things on the internet and people will misconstrue it to mean something else. Because
I mean that could be anywhere.
Yeah, but I wrote a post on Facebook about how at work they're making us wear masks and they're making us they're checking our temperatures and stuff at work now. And
I think I saw that post.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
And you were complaining about like how it's gonna get warm over the summer or something like that.
Yeah, and it wasn't like I said, I'm looking for a reaction out of people, but the reaction I was looking at was like laughter and stuff. People that know me like very well, they got it, and they started sending likes and thumbs up and laughing faces. The other people that don't know me, I started getting the little sad face. And I'm like, why do I have all these sad faces on here? So I start reading through comments. Oh my God, Joe, I'm so sorry that you got to work through all that. And la 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 la. I said, no, I wasn't. Don't want you guys to feel bad for me. I want you guys to start laughing that they're actually taking temperatures at work. That it's funny to me that the guy came in after we started loading our truck to take my temperature because my temperature is going to be a little bit higher after me working,
Gotcha.
So that was my thing, and I hated it. I hated it that I got so many. Oh my God, Joe, be safe. La 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 la. I was man. So that's one thing I do hate about it. But I tell you one thing I do like about the internet is YouTube and documentaries. I'm a freaking geek.
And
Anchor.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Anchor. Anchor is a live streaming platform that you can use for your podcast. Little ad in there. Yes. But oh my gosh. Yeah, I love the internet for this. We can do our podcasts and stuff from the safety of our homes and everything, But yeah, I'm really YouTube. I love YouTube. I watch so many animal dinosaur documentaries. So yeah, I'm a geek, Like I was just talking about the lionesses because I just watched a documentary about lions because they're my favorite animal. Yeah. Then I came to find out they're not as big as as I thought. Elephants are though. Yeah. But yeah, internet, good, bad. Girls, yeah, I ain't gotta be posting pictures to be looking good and everything,
Yeah, and mothers, best thing in the world.
Yes, mothers are best.
Isabella,
thing.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. Stick your finger in my fupa. Why would you say that?
Cinco de Mayo and was
and some Mexicans.
Yeah, some Mexicans. Oh, last thing. So, Star Wars Day came up.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And we tried to do a podcast episode for that, but everything we did just kept going down.
Yes.
We even had like some live action thing where it's like, in a world, because that's how it always starts off.
Yes.
And then we just made a bunch of like goofy lore. How long did we? It was a few hours. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just sitting at Google Documents, like, okay, it's all gonna be.
Guys, we spent.
It's all improvised.
We spent so much time. We spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out names and stuff for planets and stuff, and then we tried to do it, and my audio freaking crapped out, and I couldn't hear Gabriel over the phone, and it was a mess of a day. And then I was just like, "Hey, Gabriel, are we still doing that?" And Gabriel was like, "I'm not doing the start.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. It's 3 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go eat.
I was just like, all right, fine. But
yeah, and I feel like I kind of put a wet blanket on the podcast for a bit because we didn't do one after that for a while. You didn't call me, and I'm like, I would expect him to call me back a few days later, maybe, but he didn't call me at all.
Just like,
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. But I found out that it's not even like an official holiday. It was just basically some lady in the UK. I guess she got a big position and was like, I dubbed this Star Wars Day, and then everybody started saying, "May the 4th be with you." But
it's perfect.
Yes.
I mean, even if that's why I say it, because I mean, I really don't like the lisp like at all. Like,
yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
But it just sticks.
Yeah,
so well.
And that's what they said. It was just like they started saying it, and then it fit. But they said that even though May the 4th is recognized as Star Wars Day, May 25th is actually the actual day because that was the first release of the first movie. So that is the May 25th is actually honored as Geek Day, which I found out, and so that was pretty interesting. I found out about Star Wars. I did not know that, but yeah, I thought because I was going in here looking and I'm thinking, okay, so this is this big thing. Star Wars has been here for a long time. There's going to be this big, great story about how May the 4th be with you came about. Nope, it's just some lady found out. Yeah, it's just one of those things where they're just like, hey, this matches up pretty well. Let's start doing it, and it rolled on from there. But then I found out too that they have, the 5th, the day of the Sith or whatever. That's where you go to the dark side, and they got the 6th and everything. Last thing about Star Wars from my side is what I think is really cool that Mark Hamill, I always mess up his name, but he played Luke Skywalker, and if you like him on Instagram, every about this time of the year, after May the 4th, he goes on, and for about 10 days, he starts saying stuff about the days after that. So, like, May the 4th be with you, May the 6th do something, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, all the way to the 20th, and he has these little words or saying or connected to Star Wars somehow, and it's just pretty cool. If you like him on Instagram, he posts that a lot. So
that's some nerd trilogy stuff. I'm not even up on.
Oh yeah,
I
when I was really getting into Star Wars, I liked him on Facebook, and it's actually him posting a lot of stuff. So it's him himself just posting a lot of stuff, and it's just really cool to just see how involved he is with Star Wars. Like, he knows he's a legend in Star Wars, and with the Joker. Him playing the Joker, so that's what he plays on, and we all love it. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, Joseph, I don't know about you, but my computer here is about cash.
Hey, that is the same about mine, man.
All right.
I'm getting ready to
I'm going to do a Snapchat outro. Do you want to do a Snapchat outro too? And we'll just slash them together on YouTube or on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what?
I'm going to do the dog filter because it's awful.
Okay.
Here we go.
Wait. Hold on.
No?
Okay. All right. Let me go. Okay. All right.
All right.
Go.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
boys,
thank you for watching,
listening
to
The Joe Show.
The Joe Show.
Yeah, don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram. No, we're not on Instagram. Also, we're on Facebook and Reddit.
Instagram, just Facebook, Facebook, and then we're on Patreon too.
Yes, on Patreon. Yeah, like us on Patreon because we need that money.
At patreon.com/
Joe and Gabriel.
Hot dang.
Yeah.
It's been good, Joseph.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Auf Wiedersehen. Ja. Oder hören. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, we did this the last time.